Hi everybody, it's Pamela. So on this day, I just wanted to get some cleaning done, get the house in order fairly quickly. It was Friday. I like to have the house in order if I can on Fridays because I work with my husband on the weekends. He's got a lot of work to do and he's kind of overwhelmed. So I try to be available to help him whenever. There's just so much to be done. And it was going to be in the 80s, the mid to high 80s, like it was the day before. And last week I was wearing my winter coat, so I wanted to try and get a lot done while it was still cool. This is the dog's breakfast. So this little gadget I wanted to show you, you plug things into it and it's like a timer. So you can set it for different times. And that way you don't forget to turn something off. You know, especially with fibromyalgia, you get brain fog and you forget to turn things off. I'm going to make a video of my top 10 fibromyalgia needs, and that's going to be in it. This is a new t-shirt for my husband. I was going to fold it, and then I forgot I had to spray it for tick stuff. With tick stuff. This is my electrolytes, another thing that's going to be in my favorites video. I'm taking a double batch this morning because I've been feeling so run down. You can mix it with water, it's got a fruity flavor, but I'd rather have it with orange juice. I really need electrolytes because I drink a lot of fluids. Just going to spray this down and let it soak. See those clumps of white that look like foam? That's actually German Shepherd hair. It's already getting hot. It's hard to handle when it was so cold last week. It's just so sudden. We don't have a spring or a fall in New Hampshire anymore. Just winter and summer. That's something I do sometimes to just get a head start on decluttering, is throw everything in a box, and then you can walk around and put it where it belongs, room to room. And it just makes things look better really quickly. Those washable wee-wee pads were definitely worth the money. I used to have to wash those comforters and blankets all the time. Now I just wait for a few of those wee-wee pads and do a load of those instead. Saves a lot of, energy, electricity. I think this is only like the second day I've been able to have that door open. Bella loves it out there. I can't figure out why our house is so messy all the time. It's just two of us. That little tail wagging fast forward. But if you get up, get moving, tidy up the house, you'll feel better. I saw something on Instagram. It said, what did it say? Movement is medicine. And it's true. If I sit for long periods of time, I just get worse and worse and worse. So even when I'm like absolutely exhausted, I'm always popping up and down. I was really late getting the bed made this day. I think it's still probably only like 10 o'clock in the morning. Just folding up a batch of wee-wee pads. Just came out of the dryer. Most of the time I hang them to dry. Every once in a while I dry them. Either because I don't want the thing hanging around the big dryer that you hang them on, or to get some hair off. Just a quick vacuuming and washing the filter of the vacuum. Now some sit-down time. More dishes. That's all I ever do. Dishes. It's a small dishwasher, so maybe that's why. Oh, break time. Have to play with the baby. He wants to play fetch all the time, but it's hard to get him to give you his baby. I think he'd do this all day. He likes it best when we play music. And mommy dances. Look how dirty. Ick. That looks kind of silly, but my thing doesn't work right. One doesn't squirt at all, and one squirts like 10 feet away. So I'm going to start getting supper ready early. That way I don't have to do so much at the end of the day. I am going to make American Chop Suey. If you grew up in New England, then this was a staple in your household. Both Steve and I grew up eating this. And I'm trying to be really careful and not make a mess, because that's what I do. So you just brown up a pound of ground beef. Boil up some macaroni. We cook ours for 10 minutes. And then I let those set aside. I put them in the fridge until later. That was spinach, not part of the American Chop Suey. And 1 can of whole peeled tomatoes. And then about 3/4 of a can of water. And then you just mix it all together and simmer it for a while. It's a really easy supper and it's yummy. That's what it looks like. All done.